Hello, welcome back to Usi Love Tarot. There is a part one to the Capricorn video. I did get distracted earlier, and my attention got taken away from the reading, but I did leave the cards where they were. I did not touch the spread. I know I was in the very beginning of really kind of filling out the energy of what I felt was in your energy, or just in your mental space right now. So we're just going to go ahead and dive back into that so you can see all the cards. Whoops. All of the original cards are here. Just so you get a better detail look at them. Okay. So, I was talking about how you could possibly be dealing with issues from your past, issues from your childhood. And even when I look at this earthly connection card here, it kind of made me feel like roots. Your roots. Where do you come from? So I definitely feel like whatever is in your energy that I'm picking up on, it definitely has to do with your family, things that are deep rooted within you. So it just could be just some, deep issues that you kind of buried away, and you kind of don't you try not to think about them. So you may, as I was saying before, you may just use other things to kind of substitute for whatever void you're feeling, if you are feeling a void. If you're not feeling a void and you feel like, I don't have anything in my past that is still lingering in my mind, or I'm still connected to emotionally, that kind of still has a dent in my heart because of it, I kind of feel like you are could possibly be embarking on going away somewhere. You could be going somewhere where you're going to be connecting with other people, people that are in your same predicament, or you can relate to. Okay. It may be an issue of you going somewhere, away somewhere, that you're not going to be really talking to a lot of people. You can even possibly feel sad about being there. And you can also feel like whatever this is, if this is resonating with you, it could put a stop at your work, a stop on your home. But I think that this is what needs to be done to kind of clear the slate, if that makes sense to you. And even though you may have tried to finesse your way out of it or finagle your way through it, I feel like judgment is going to be called on whatever this is. Only you know what this is. So if it resonates, super. If not, let's just get into what else is here. Okay, so you have the inner child here paired with the Ten of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So if this is going back to a childhood memory, something that you have dealt with as a kid, I definitely feel like whatever it was, it really hurt you. It really left some scars deep within you. And you kind of may have lost your trust in people. You may not give a lot, or you make someone really give to you in order for them to show you that they value you. Or you may just take a kid approach to things, as far as like, you do me, I do you kind of deal. That's child's play, kind of deal. And if it doesn't have anything to do with, your kid, a repressed memory or something you've been holding on from your childhood, I definitely feel like if this is a situation where you're going away somewhere, you could feel like your inner child may have put you in this place, you know. Now, I got this video requested from someone I personally know. So, what I'm going to say may not resonate with everyone, but I have to put it out there. You could possibly be going away to the big house. And it kind of put you there because you were doing some immature stuff that you know you shouldn't have no business doing in the first place. And if you're getting sentenced, you're getting a bad sentence. And I kind of, even in this picture, I feel like this guy is doing a drug deal. You know, these people are worshiping the drugs that he's passing out. So, if it is a situation where it putting you in a position where you possibly can be going to jail, I think you may be scared about the possible outcome of this. You knew you shouldn't have been doing it, but you did it anyways. And now it's put you in this energy of feeling backstabbed, feeling like you can't get out of this situation. You know, you're between a rock and a hard place, and it's very hard for you to come out of this, okay? Now, if this has nothing to do with a childhood memory, you going off to jail, I feel like you could be connecting with someone that may be a little depressed. And it could be based off their family. You know, they could have went through something with their family. You could have went through something with your family, and it kind of has you in a depressive state, and really not paying attention to things that you probably should be paying attention to because you're so focused on whatever is lacking at this moment, or if you lost something, lost someone. You know, it really just has you in a retreating energy of just kind of feeling off to yourself and in like a hermit mode. Like, you're not really going out. You're not really talking to people. You're not really being youthful at this time. I feel like you're not really allowing yourself to get that balance of having fun and doing your daily. And if it's not that, it's just a balance of you being happy and being sad. Okay, moving on. So the next card we got here was the Moon Tree with the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So I feel like if this is something to do with your childhood, there could have been a childhood secret. You know, something could have happened to you when you were a kid and you could have had to keep it from people. You may have even walked away from these emotions, like I was saying before, you repressed them. So anything that puts you in a vulnerable state where you're having to express emotions, I feel like you just walk away. You don't get fully invested. And this may be something that you're fully aware of, but it could be like a defense mechanism to where you don't let people in close to you. From whatever has happened in the past. Now, if this is you going away, I feel like obviously you got found out about, it was highlighted whatever you were doing. If there was just extra charges that were put on that you didn't even know you were being indicted for, you know, could be exposed, and it could leave you in a very vulnerable space where, you know, this has you very emotional because you weren't expecting these things, and you know you can't really walk away from the consequences at this point, you know. And if this isn't repressed energy or you going away somewhere, I feel like you may have a lot of love for someone, but like I said before, if you do get involved with someone, it's only surface value. You don't let someone in past a certain point because you don't want to be vulnerable. Okay, moving on to Emergence, Page of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like, you know, if this is like none of the above of, you know, repressed memory as a child, or you going away somewhere, I feel like you want to emerge from this energy of not really letting people in. You want to be able to offer your love to someone. If you see this Page of Pentacle, he has a pentacle he's offering. This looks like his heart. You know, maybe you have a whole lot of love to give, and I feel like you want to give it and you want to receive it as well, but you may have to really come to terms with whatever it is internally that has really been holding you back, holding your emotions back from letting them out. You know, maybe you even have someone in your energy that you feel like you could really give your heart to, but you may be afraid of, you know, the outcome. Like, maybe if you've done a lot of bad in your past, you're kind of afraid of karma catching up with you. So you kind of keep your offer to yourself instead of giving it and letting it be reciprocated. If this is a childhood memory that's being repressed and we're in that energy, I feel like you could be coming out of it once you're able to get a hold of your feelings and really understand what happened to you. I know that you may never understand it really, why something happened to you, why something had to happen to you, but if you can possibly just come to terms with it happened. I know it wasn't my fault. I still am a person. I'm still worthy. Someone is worthy of my love. You know, I feel like you have a lot of love that you really want to give to someone, or you just want to give love to people, but you don't want it to be to dead ends. You know, you want your love to be reciprocated, and you might start addressing this soon. You know, maybe as time goes on. And, you know, anyone that's watching tarot, you're on a spiritual journey of growing within. You know, when you start tarot, you're looking for answers. You're looking for a guide, right? But once you get into tarot and start understanding tarot and understanding energy, you know, your mind begins to open to things that you may have not been aware of before. Or you get to start to shift your perspective on things because you are more open-minded to things that you may have been closed off to before. And I feel like if you've reached that point where you are open in your mind and you're willing to see things for what they are, but you're willing to grow from them, I definitely see you emerging out of this past energy and really offering love to someone, allowing love in your life, really, is what I see. If this is a situation where, you know, you could be facing, you know, jail time or something like that, I actually see you getting in contact with a hell of a lawyer. Someone that I can actually get your case dropped, really. You may have to pay this person a lot, but that payment you're making is going to be well worth it because you're going to be free and able to go about your business on a daily, everything that you've been able to do in the past, okay? So I definitely feel like if you are coming in contact with a lawyer, and it's a good lawyer, there's a really high chance that they can get you off. You're just going to have to pay them buku money, okay? But moving on, if we're still in that energy of possible jail time, if this lawyer does get you off, I definitely see you seeing the light. And I see the trilogy of light as like the mind, body, and spirit. So I definitely see this, you know, if this is a situation where you possibly could be losing your freedom, and you getting that back, you know, your freedom was never taken away from you, but just the thought of having your freedom taken away from you and it's being restored to know like my freedom is not being taken from me. I definitely see you connecting with yourself and connecting with a higher spirit, whether that be the universe, whether that be God, whoever you pray to, whoever you see as a higher power. Okay. And like I said, mind, body, and spirit. This could even be you really connecting with your mind, really connecting with your spirit, really connecting with yourself, and knowing whatever you were doing in the past is no longer for you. And you could be on just a new journey, uplifting you to the top. Knowing what direction you need to go in. If this was temptation from before, you're knowing that you no longer need to go that direction. And I think that you already came to terms with that, but you're just waiting for everything to just fall into place now. And I see some celebrations in your future. Okay, so even if you're going through a really rough time right now, I definitely feel like you're going to be connecting with yourself. You could even be having some, if you had a family member or someone pass off, maybe someone just coming to reassure you in the 5D, if you're familiar with that. We live in the 3D, but in the 5D, that's like the spirit realm. That's, any spirits that have passed on, they're considered to be in the 5D. Even your soul itself that we cannot see, it's in the 5D. Okay, so I definitely feel like you could be receiving messages, signs that things will be okay. And if this is not based on, you going away or a repressed memory, I definitely feel like you are going to be coming out of the old energy that you were in. Whatever old energy you were in that had you sad, depressed, maybe kept you away from your family. I definitely feel that whatever past ways you were, you're going to be starting to see how it's affecting your future. And knowing you want a balanced future. And really connecting with the fact that I have to let go of past ways, past things I was doing. And really seeing the light. Because once you see that light, everything is going to be a party. Everything is going to have so much meaning behind it. It's not just going to be something to cover up some memory, something just to fill a void. It's going to be so much more beyond that, and worth so much more than just a car, a house. It's going to be worth your mental state of mind, being at peace with yourself, confident, and just overall having good energy, and connecting with people on a level that you really weren't able to connect with before, because for whatever reason you were holding on to things from your past, and there was maybe a guard you had up with people. Okay, but that's all I'm getting for you, Capricorn. So I hope the video resonated with you. If not, these are for entertainment purposes. So I'm going to try to come back and give another video tonight, but this is the Capricorn of February 2019 reading, and thank you for stopping in with Usi Love Tarot. And just remember, there is a part 1 to this Capricorn video that I did start earlier today. All right, have a good one and good night.